Hey gardeners, if you've ever walked out to your garden and noticed mysterious white powdery deposits on your squash leaves that seem to appear overnight, you're dealing with what I just discovered in my own garden, powdery mildew. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to identify this common fungal disease, why it's affecting your plants, and most importantly, how to treat it effectively. Let's dive in. So here's what you're looking for. Here's what tipped me off that I was dealing with the powdery mildew. First, I noticed these white powdery deposits appearing on my zucchini and straight neck squash plants, specifically on the older, larger leaves. Now here's the key test. When I rubbed these leaves, the white powder actually rubbed off and smeared with my touch. This is crucial because it helps you distinguish powdery mildew from a normal leaf discoloration or other plant issues. And the culprit? This particular outbreak is caused by a fungi in the Photosynthesis genus, and is one of the most common causes of powdery mildew on cucurbits like squash, zucchini, and cucumbers. There's also secondary damage, and here's where it gets worse. I also discovered that some of my newer, smaller developing squash have become victims too. These young fruits have actually rotted away and are covered in a dark, tough mold. This shows you just how quickly powdery mildew can escalate from a leaf problem to something that directly impacts your harvest. And here's why this matters. Now you might just think, it's just on a few leaves, no big deal, right? But here's why you need to take action immediately. If left untreated, powdery mildew will slow down your plant's growth significantly. And if the infection becomes severe enough, you're looking at reduced fruit yield and quality. Basically, fewer squash and zucchini for your kitchen. How it spreads. So how did this mildew seemingly appear out of nowhere? Powdery mildew spores typically drift into your garden on the wind. They are incredibly mobile and can travel surprising distances. But here's what many gardeners don't realize. If you've had powdery mildew in your garden before, new outbreaks can actually come from dormant spores, hiding in old vegetative material or even weeds nearby. This is why garden cleanup in fall is so important. Unlike many other fungal diseases, powdery mildew thrives in warm temperatures between 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 to 27 degrees Celsius. Typically drier climates, though it does require fairly high relative humidity to spread. In cooler, rainy areas, it does not spread as well. And it's also slowed down by temperatures higher than 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius. It tends to affect plants in shady areas more than it does in direct sun as well. Treatment approach. Here are the commercial products I'm using. For my treatment plan, I chose 2 products I ordered from Amazon. And I'll tell you why I picked these specific ones. First, Neem oil by Natria. Natria neem oils work as both a fungicide and an insecticide. It disrupts the fungal membranes and also helps prevent future spore germination. The key with neem oil is to apply it early in the morning or evening to avoid leaf burn. And make sure you get both the tops and the undersides of leaves. My second purchase, Captain Jack's copper fungicide. Copper fungicides are particularly effective against powdery mildew because copper ions penetrate fungal cell walls. This product gives me a different mode of action from the neem oil, which is important for preventing resistance. Household alternatives. Now, if you don't want to purchase commercial products, there are several household treatments that many gardeners swear by. A baking soda solution is a great option. Simply mix baking soda with water and spray on affected plants to help eliminate powdery mildew. The alkaline environment disrupts fungal growth. Combine 1 tablespoon baking soda, half a teaspoon liquid soap, and a gallon of water. Add mixture to a spray container, shake well, and spray directly on leaves and the soil surface around the plant's base. This method is for preventive measures. If your plants are already infected, then first remove the infected leaves, stems, and buds. This step is absolutely essential. Make sure to reapply after it rains. Dish soap spray. A simple solution of mild dish soap and water can suffocate the fungal spores. Milk spray. This might sound weird, but milk contains protein that has antifungal properties. Mix 1 part milk with 10 parts water and spray on affected areas. Keep in mind this solution is a preventative measure to be sprayed on plants. Vinegar. A mixture of vinegar and water can serve as an antifungal treatment for plants. Ideally, you should use apple cider vinegar. Make sure to create a mild solution to prevent plant burn. Mix 3 tablespoons of vinegar with a gallon of water. Spray plants every 3 days. Neem oil. This natural pesticide and fungicide can be effective against powdery mildew. Combine 3 tablespoons of this oil, 1 teaspoon of liquid soap, and a gallon of water. You can also purchase a ready-to-use neem oil mixture, like the bottle I purchased on Amazon. And to avoid leaf burn, use a solution early in the morning or in the evening. Additionally, simply improve air circulation around plants to prevent the growth of powdery mildew. Keep in mind that this mildew thrives in humid areas with poor circulation and in warm weather with temperatures between 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 15 to 27 degrees Celsius. Make sure to avoid overwatering, especially in shady areas with lower circulation. Other popular methods. Compost tea. Add a shovelful of finished compost to a 5-gallon bucket of water. Then let it steep for about a week. Then use the solution to water plants. However, make sure to dilute it with water first, at a ratio of 1:1 before using. This solution should strengthen plants against many pests and diseases. Garlic. Blend 2 bulbs of garlic into 2 cups of water, and then strain this mixture. After straining, add 1 teaspoon of liquid soap. Then dilute a 1/4 cup of this mixture into a gallon of water and use as a spray. These simple steps and remedies can help manage and prevent powdery mildew effectively. Powdery mildew can show up in even the best kept gardens, and fortunately there are plenty of solutions that exist to stop or prevent this common mildew. Physical removal. Beyond spraying, I'm also removing any leaves that are heavily covered with mildew. This serves 2 purposes. It removes a major source of spores, and it improves air circulation around the plants. When you remove the infected leaves, make sure to bag them up and throw them in the trash. Do not compost them, as this can spread the spores. Prevention tips. For future prevention, here are some key strategies. Place your plants properly for good air circulation. Powdery mildew loves stagnant, humid conditions. Water at the base of plants rather than overhead watering, which increases humidity around the leaves. Clean up plant debris at the end of the growing season to eliminate overwintering spore sources. And finally, consider resistant varieties for next year's planting. The key takeaway here is early identification and quick action. That simple rub test, seeing if that white powder smears when you touch it, can save your harvest if you catch it early enough. I'll be following up in a couple of weeks to show you the results of this treatment plan. Have you dealt with powdery mildew in your garden? Drop a comment below and let me know what treatments worked for you. And if this video helped you identify what's happening in your garden, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical gardening solutions. Happy gardening, and until next time, stay chatty.